Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. So apparently SteamOS is better than Windows in this breaking development that I'm going to cover in this video. Microsoft is taking note. They're nervous. They're panicking, right? But before I get into that, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. I appreciate you. So SteamOS, Valve's Linux-based gaming operating system, is rapidly emerging as a formidable competitor to Windows in the PC gaming space, especially on handheld devices, right? So it's basically crushing Windows. Now, one of the key reasons why is the superior performance on handheld. So there's the optimized resource usage. So SteamOS is based on Linux and is specifically optimized for gaming on handheld hardware, unlike Windows, which runs on many background processes and services unrelated to gaming. SteamOS keeps system overhead low, allowing more CPU and memory resources to be dedicated directly to games. This efficiency translates into higher frame rates and smoother gameplay, especially on hardware-constrained devices typical of handhelds. For example, benchmark tests on devices like the Lenovo Legion Go S and Steam Deck show performance gains of 5 to 28% in demanding titles such as Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3 when using SteamOS over Windows, right? So there's also better battery life and thermal management. So SteamOS is lighter and more power efficient, resulting in significantly improved battery life compared to Windows. Reports indicate that handhelds running SteamOS can last up to twice as long as those running Windows 11 under similar gaming conditions. The lower system overhead also means less heat generation, leading to cooler device temperatures and more comfortable handheld gaming sessions. The console-like user experience for the handhelds as well. So SteamOS offers a user interface designed for controllers and handheld inputs, providing a seamless console-like experience. It boots directly into a gaming UI, user interface, bypassing the desktop environment and unnecessary steps required by Windows, which is still fundamentally a desktop OS. This focus on gaming first design makes navigation and launching games much faster and more intuitive on handhelds, right? So that's one angle. Then there's the superior compatibility via Proton. So SteamOS uses Valve's Proton compatibility layer to run Windows native games efficiently on Linux. Proton has matured to the point where most major titles run smoothly, and in many cases performance is equal to or better than on Windows, except for some games with strict anti-cheat requirements. So this compatibility layer is optimized for the hardware and software stack of handhelds, further boosting performance. Okay, so Steam also offers a streamlined update optional environment that allows for quick game suspension and resumption, mirroring the convenience of modern gaming consoles. In contrast, Windows is plagued by forced updates, background processes, and a desktop-oriented interface that can disrupt gaming sessions. The Xbox app, right? On Windows is also notorious for bugs and performance issues, making the overall experience less reliable for gamers. Now, there's also an economic advantage for manufacturers for SteamOS that makes it supposedly give it a competitive advantage over Windows. There's no licensing fees, right? SteamOS is open source and free to use, while Windows requires manufacturers to pay licensing fees for each device shipped with the OS. This cost difference directly impacts the bottom line. For example, the Lenovo Legion Go S is $100 cheaper in its SteamOS version compared to the Windows version, specifically because there is no Windows licensing fee included. This enables manufacturers to either offer lower retail prices or achieve higher profit margins per unit. There's lower hardware requirements and better efficiency. So SteamOS, built on Linux, is light and more efficient than Windows, especially on resource-constrained handheld devices. It consumes fewer system resources, resulting in better performance, reduced heat, and longer battery life. So this efficiency means manufacturers can use less expensive hardware to achieve comparable or superior user experiences, further reducing production costs, right? And that means that there's going to be a bump up in improved battery life and thermal management. Devices running SteamOS typically exhibit significantly better battery life sometimes, right? And basically up to double in less demanding games and 25% longer in AAA titles compared to identical hardware running Windows, right? Better battery life allows manufacturers to use smaller, cheaper batteries or market longer runtimes as premium feature, both of which are economically advantageous, right? There's a streamlined user experience that reduces support costs. SteamOS offers a console-like controller-first interface with, fast boot times, quick resume, and fewer background processes. So this basically reduces the need for additional software layers and minimizes user confusion, leading to fewer support calls and lower after-sales service costs for manufacturers. There's easier customization and branding, right? So as an open platform, SteamOS gives manufacturers more flexibility to customize the OS for their hardware, add branding or pre-installed specific software without the restrictions imposed by Microsoft licensing terms. This can create differentiation in a crowded market at little to no extra cost. There's open ecosystem and community momentum, right? Open ecosystem, right? So in regards to the open source foundation, SteamOS is built on Linux, which is open source. This means anyone can inspect, modify, and contribute to the OS, resulting in increased transparency, security, and innovation compared to Windows closed source model. In regards to customization, the open nature of Linux allows users and developers to customize SteamOS to their liking, from the interface to underlying system behavior. This fosters a vibrant ecosystem of mods, community tools, and user-driven enhancements that are difficult or impossible on Windows. There are no licenses fees. That's very, we're gonna repeat that because that's very, important. There's reduced bloat and telemetry, so SteamOS comes with minimal pre-installed software and avoids the intrusive telemetry, ads, and forced cloud integration that have become common on Windows. So this leads to a cleaner, more privacy-respecting user experience. There's community momentum as well. There's the active community development. The open source model encourages contributions from a global community, leading to rapid innovation and bug fixes, right? So community-driven projects and forks like Bazite or Holo ISO extend and enhance SteamOS's capabilities, fueling momentum. There's player-first design, so SteamOS is designed for gaming from the ground up with a streamlined console-like interface and features tailored for handhelds and living room setups. This focus resonates with gamers who want simplicity and reliability without the overhead of a general-purpose OS. There's Proton and compatibility, right? Valve's Proton compatibility layer has galvanized the Linux gaming community, enabling thousands of Windows games to run on SteamOS and Linux. This has created a positive feedback loop. As more users adopt SteamOS, developers are more incentivized to support Linux, further boosting momentum. There's community sentiment. So sentiment analysis from forums and social media shows growing preference for SteamOS among handheld and dedicated gaming device users. Gamers cite better performance, battery life, and ease of use as a major advantages, right? And community feedback is actively shaping the OS's evolution. Microsoft reportedly did provide a response to the strategic dilemma. So Microsoft is aware of the growing threat. Industry insiders report that Microsoft has paused or delayed its own handheld hardware efforts to address Windows 11's performance and feature gaps on such devices. So while Microsoft Xbox consoles run on a lean gaming optimized OS, Windows 11 remains bogged down by legacy code and a generalized design. Creating a truly competitive Windows handheld edition would require a fundamental rethink, not just a superficial tweaks. The broader threat is also in play. There's a superior performance on gaming hardware. Direct comparisons consistently show SteamOS outperforming Windows 11 on identical handheld gaming hardware, offering better gaming performance, battery life, and usability. This is especially critical as the gaming market increasingly values portable console-like experiences, So SteamOS is open source. So I don't know what they're gonna do about that, Windows and Microsoft. So that is what I have for you today. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. If you appreciate this video and you want more videos like this, please let me know that by hitting that subscribe button and the like button. Also, hit that notification bell so you are alerted when I upload new videos, right? Also, stay safe. I appreciate your viewership. See you on the next video.